Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk. It's brought to you by the Detroit Lions on the Prowl, the Belly Up Sports Network. Interesting question for our main course today. Should the Lions extend any other players this offseason? And we'll get into a couple of other things, a new signing, a big-time cut, kind of surprise some people. But first, we got to throw it to my main man, the man of steel himself, Curt Steele.
What up, though? Welcome to the premiere, people. You know how we do it. We premiere the show at 11 a.m. If you can't catch it right now, you know what? You can double back and you can watch the replay. It's available anytime after the show airs. And of course, as always, subscribe to the channel. Join the family. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Now it's time to kick it to the third man of the crew. Who?
Coach Jones. Who is Coach Mike Jones? What's going on, Lion fans?
Let's get this thing started
right now.
There you go.
It's Detroit Lions Talk, baby.
We're going to get up, and on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Yes, sir. We in the deep.
So today's main course, should the Detroit Lions extend any players this offseason? Ooh, that's a tough one, man. I don't know. What you think, Curt?
All right, so the big, of course, the huge extension this offseason was Frank Ragnow. We all know he deserved that. The dude is the best player on the team, in my opinion. He's one of the best centers in the league, if not in that, top 2 or 3. So he deserved his really extension. But we have a few players that's coming up on their contract years. This is the final year of their deal. So we have Tyrell Crosby. That's the guy who maybe it's a sign and trade type of deal, but the guy's a good swing tackle. Then we have Nick Williams. I'm not too sold on that one. Deshaun Hand, and then the guy that is 2 guys that I really like, and I think they should be part of the really long-term extension for the Lions, and it's Tracy Walker and who else but Mr. Foxy himself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jack Fox. He's up for his contract. So those are some of the big guys that are really up for a contract extension. Some other guys include Austin Bryant, the guy who loves to talk about on this show, who people think that Jim doesn't like, Jelani Tavai. And the one guy who, my man, Coach Jones loves, Will Harris. And Amadi Royer is one of the guys, too, that could be extended this offseason. But looking at those candidates, there's a few in there I would like to re-sign. Tracy Walker and Jack, Foxy. I like Jack Fox on the team. But are there any guys that you would look at and say, hey, these guys should get another contract, Jim?
I don't know, because I think that this new regime has they don't owe nobody nothing. So it's like, Tracy Walker didn't have a good year last year. He has to bounce back this year. I don't think he's going to get an extension until he proves himself. I think Amar Warrior, however you say his damn name. I think out of anyone in that whole thing, I think he might deserve the extension more than anyone else. He's been the number 2 cornerback. But again, they don't owe any of these guys anything. I think it's a prove-it year. Foxy had one good year, but it was a Pro Bowl year. If he could do that again, yeah, let's extend him. But I don't think they owe nobody nothing, and I think it's a prove-it year deal to every single one of those guys.
Yeah. Me as well. I think Jack Fox is the only shoe-in, the punter. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you change the field position, man. You on the squad, but nobody's job is really safe. When we got a boat of draft picks the next 2 years, and 2 first-round draft picks the next 2 years, ain't nobody's job safe.
Right.
So really, I think people are playing for a contract. I think maybe 2 of those guys, out of all those guys, actually make the squad next year and get the contract extended. The rest get cut or traded.
Yeah,
okay.
I agree with that too.
All right. So my prediction will be, and this is my prediction. We can date and timestamp this thing. It's 21 June 2021.
Here we go.
Tracy Walker and Jack Fox will be re-signed. Now I won't say this offseason, but they will be re-signed before next year. So those two individuals will play themselves into another contract. Those two guys.
What about Warrior?
I think Warrior will too. I think he's my third guy.
I'm not saying that he won't. I'm saying that those are my two guys.
Okay.
You can book for me. Book it. I said book 21. What's that? What me and Shawnee J play? Hell yeah or hell no? No. I'm saying hell yeah to those two guys because I think they're going to work hard.
A Warrior and Fox. I'm not sure about Tracy Walker. I've said that before. I hope he is, man. I hope he turns out to be the best safety in the league. Right now, not so much, but we'll see how he performs on the field. It's a new defense. He should be able to be better this year, so we'll see how it goes. Like I said, they don't know him nothing. They don't know a Warrior nothing, but we'll just see how it goes. What do you think, Mike? Who are your locks to make the mine's going to be a Warrior and Fox. Who do you got? You pick any of them. Will Harris.
I said Zach Fox is a lock to make the squad.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's your only one?
Yeah. All right. That's really the only guarantee I can see, man. I really don't see nobody else. Because if you have a down year this year, you gone. Okay, like you're gone. Yeah. So,
and honorable mention for this article, great write up by Jeremy Reisman was T.J. Hawkinson. Really, you can look at working on his extension now, so you don't have to do it down the line. You don't have to kick the can, and then maybe you can add those avoidable years, like my man out there in Kansas City. You know who he is. He is Dosa Dion Senior, Patrick Mahomes.
All right.
Though I think they got a year to wait on Hawkinson. I don't think they're going to do. I don't think they're going to do it this year.
I think so.
I think they'll do it next year.
Yeah.
But
in the off season for sure.
Yeah, I think so. In the next off season,
yeah. They gonna have to.
They'll take care of him. He's probably one of the best weapons we have on the entire team. So I think, he's
one of the best. He's one of the best weapons. I think he's going to be one of the best ones in the NFL.
Me too. He trains like it. I mean, he that work ethic is crazy. I like it. I really do.
Him and Kittle, man,
with his college teammate, man, and that they work.
We might as well sign Kittle.
You know what?
I thought that.
Ooh, but the thing is that I had to bring this up again. Kittle was his backup.
Yes.
Kittle was his backup in college.
Yep. That's why they're such good friends now. Yeah.
Just because how good Kittle is now, he was a backup to T.J. Hawkinson.
That's crazy.
Just imagine if we had both of them on the squad.
Woo. Oh, jeez. That's a nightmare. That's a matchup nightmare right there. Okay, we got to go to the next news and rumors, and that is Mike. So, Mike, what do you got for us today?
So, over the weekend, I think it was Friday, actually, the Lions signed wide receiver Chad Hansen, and dropped undrafted rookie Johnathan Adams. Chad, who we just signed, was also a teammate of the quarterback Jared Goff at Cal. Mm-hmm. So that's the buddy system here. We know all about that Detroit. So I guess he's gonna come in and try and get that wide receiver 5 spot, which is not locked up by any means. I think maybe the top 2 spots are locked up. So but a little bit about Hansen. He was drafted by the Jets in 2017, and he didn't really see the field that much until last year. He also had a pit stop in New Orleans with Dan Campbell in 2019. But yeah, so maybe that wide receiver 5 spot. Yeah. But he only had 17 catches last year. So he played very, very sparingly. But that's a guy who maybe Goff, maybe in college they had a little bit of a connection. They're trying to reestablish that. That's the homeboy discount, man. He like, look, man, y'all got one more roster spot, so let me bring my boy on in here and see if we can reconnect with some of that Cal, magic. He trying to play back that Cal tape and show them that, what they had. But it's a possibility. I'm not saying that he's gonna make the squad, or maybe Jonathan Adams gets re-signed and he gets cut again. So,
Yeah, I
that
never
guy gets
know.
cut. So you never know with this. It's early, so
Yeah, I think that bigger story is Jonathan Adams getting cut because a lot of people thought that he was going to be a factor, maybe even make the team. And all of a sudden it's like, bye.
yeah. But too,
The Jonathan Adams bandwagon got halted.
yeah,
Really?
but too, he could be a guy that they're very confident about. And they're like, we don't need to see no more from him. We can sign him if it need be. We got to bring this guy in to see him. It might be one of
No,
those
see, I
deals.
don't agree with that though, because if you seen all you want to see and you like the guy, you won't cut him so somebody else could go get him. That makes no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, now he's
No.
out there flapping, and anybody can go and pick
Yeah,
him up.
anybody can go grab him now.
Right.
I just think it may have been where they just gave him an opportunity to go and sign somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That was my take on it. Or like, okay, we bring in Hansen, for his familiarity with Jared Goff, but who do we let go? Okay, we let this guy go, and maybe he can catch on somewhere.
Yeah, maybe it was a favor to him. Yeah.
Maybe it's fake because some guys, they already know that they're not good enough and they're not going to make the roster. Maybe it's one of those things where he's on the bubble, so let's give him opportunity to make it somewhere else.
Man, we could have. I mean, if we wanted to, we could have cut one of the 20 tight ends. I think we signed, just like Chicago last year. But anyway, we got a bunch of people we could have cut. That was a surprise to me. That's all I was saying. Let's go over to the Wall of Fame now. And Kurt, who do we got on that Wall of Fame today?
Okay, on the Wall of Fame, we have our bronze members. We have Detroit Drew, Midwest Lion, Bubble Bo, John Kapler, Sub Z Trap City Boys Entertainment, our Allen, Jimbo G, The Tornado, Crystal Wiley, Steve Castillo, Brian Stover, Bo Garakis, and you know who we have, Justin, my favorite, Cerveza, 10K. And then we have the Latino Lion to round out the bronze members. And our silver members, we have Nomis J, Jason Portis, Cap Ice Cold, Batman of the 313, John Martin, and Lions. All right, for our gold members, we have Bob Corso. We have the myth, the man, the legend himself, North End Ken, Just in the D, Larry McQuiston, Turner C. Burley, my man, I was always keeping it positive, Michael Huck, Motor City Roars, what up, Tristan? Dominic Davis, Matthew Ferguson, Randall Flag 606, Miles Prince, Randy Prince, the Gridiron Blitz, Miles Gibbs. And you know who it is, the Doctor. Dr. Detroit is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click the Join Now button in the description or the Detroit Lions on the Prowl logo at the bottom of the screen.
And now I got my news and rumors report today, and it's the Detroit Lions may lose games this year, but there is a reason to be excited. This was an article by Sideline Report, and I'm going to add my own to it because I believe that there's a lot of truth in this. I know that this year you guys think, and some of the hopium and Kool-Aid addicts are really, we're going to make the playoffs and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. No, we're not. Anyway, just to clear that up. But the thing is, even though we're going to be losing games, the system's going to be implemented. We have great coaching here. We're going to be building up our draftees and our undrafted free agents, whoever makes the team. We're going to be building this roster coming up next season with all the draft picks that we have. I think we hit on every draft pick this year. Also next year, I think it's going to be, again, a bunch of draft picks. We're going to be able to go out and sign maybe one pretty good free agent while we let some of these guys go that are eating up the salary cap. But I think this team is going to be more formed next year, and it could be the team in 2023 that we're going to see going forward. You're always tweaking the roster. The roster's never done. But I think the reason to be excited this season, it comes down to one person. That's one Sheila Ford Hamp. She has done all of this stuff, orchestrated the coaching staff the way it kind of is, and the front office the way it is, and the synergy and the working together and all of these things that make the Detroit Lions someone that I've never seen before. This is new to me, all of this stuff. And guess what? Yes, there is a reason to be excited.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I just think that the team's going to be competitive. They're going to go out there in the field. I don't like you said. I don't think they're going to win a ton of games enough, at least enough to not to make the playoffs. But they're going to be exciting to watch, and they're going to have some building blocks in place for the future. And I think I agree with you 100%, Jim, that the good things on the horizon. And yes, Sheila Ford Hemp is the architect. She's taking an approach to the ownership of the Lions that hasn't been done in the Fords, since the Fords have owned the team. You know what I'm saying? She's looking at the structure of the team and really went into, let's make it whatever we're doing in the past is not working, and let's take a different approach, make it a collaborative effort on the coaching staff and in the front offices, along with myself, and she's involved. So, I know she's in her 70s or something, but she's definitely taking a younger approach to it.
Yeah. I think it'd be a lot more. What the hell was that? Like what? Like because we do that all the time when we look at the Lions play on the field, when we read articles and people they signed and deals they done. We be like, what am I reading? You know what I'm saying? But so I think it'd be a lot less of that. It'd be more football operation going on with this football team. So I'm happy.
Yeah.
I am too. Now it's time to go to what you guys said in the comment cards. First, we got Harponzo Snatched, and he says, I watched The Fridge, and he's talking about William Refrigerator Perry of the Chicago Bears back in the 80s. My wife is a nurse, and she had to take care of him after a surgery. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's cool.
That's crazy, yeah.
It was one big dude. We have mini fridge, though. That's a Lee McNeil mini fridge is what I call
mini
it.
fridge. Yeah. All right. Daniel Blackburn says, surprise cut will be Trey Flowers. I just don't see them letting it go him.
Not this year.
But, yeah, not this year. Next year, you can come holler at me. Come holler at me, though.
All right. Turner C. Burley. That's he says Geronimo Allison is my surprise cut. You know what? Not so fast. I think if Geronimo Allison could have, he took last year off. He could have returned last year. So maybe a year of him getting healthy, he don't have a lot of competition out there to compete with. So,
I'm taking the other on this. I think he's not even going to be a surprise cut. He's just going to go Geronimo right off the damn roster. Michael Hughes says Jonathan Adams was my hope for the wide receiver group. He just got cut.
Yeah. Your hopes did not age well, my friend. All right, Steve-O says they all have talent in the NFL. They made it to the highest level of football. Some may not be as talented as others, but they all can play. And coaching and scheme fit makes the difference. I think he's talking about the players we were talking about last week on the Free for All Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, especially on the defensive side of the ball, I just think that just was a horrible scheme we played in the last couple of years. It's bad when your scheme is so complex it confuses the players.
Yeah, NFL players. Wow. Yeah. Okay, rocket science. Wally Ravela. I think that's Ravela. Let me know.
No, I'm just kidding.
We butcher stuff over here.
That's our calling card.
Yeah, it says golf will do as well as his wideouts do. If they can get open and catch the damn ball, the offense can be dangerous. Yeah. I mean,
that is a very, very true statement.
You gotta love our fans, man. Our fans, especially Friday, man, they were holding it down.
The family was
in the chat. The family, man. If you don't have your things in a row, they will call you out. Oh, I love our guys, though. It's so much fun. We do it all in fun. And we rib on each other, and it's just a good time. Anyway, now we have Curt Steele's news and rumors. What do you got for me, Curt?
All right, so there is a second-year defender that no one really is talking about. I mean, you hear whispers here and there who should have a big jump this year. I know everybody wants Okudah to come up. Oh, we need Okudah because of where he was drafted. But Julian Okwara is one of those guys where he's kind of behind the scenes. You look at his the year, not the year he came out, but the year prior. The guy was a monster on the field out there in Notre Dame. So, I mean, you look at some of the statistics he had. definitely the guy had 12 and a half tackles for loss. This is 2018. He had 8 sacks. 39 tackles. But, his senior year, he had the broken fibula. He only had like 19 tackles, seven tackles for loss, but 5 sacks. So was in 9 games. So definitely he could have improved on that, but the injury put him out. And he was injured last year as well. But under the tutelage of those guys on the defensive line, especially his big brother, working with some of those guys, that guy, he's a freak. He's a big guy. He's a freak athlete. He's very fast. You look at his size. The guy is 6'4", 252. He's one of those guys that can move sideline to sideline and move into that outside linebacker position like he's going to. He can have a big year for the Lions, and he can definitely up his stock. And they have a vision. The Alcora brothers want to be the best bookends for the Lions, and do something that really has never been done on a team in the NFL where 2 brothers have been dominant on the defensive line.
That's good stuff.
On the same team. The Bosa brothers are good, but they're separate. But, and so the Watt brothers, but they trying to do something that hasn't been done. They're trying to be dominant on the same team.
Right.
I hope they do, man. I hope they do. It's a good story, though, anyway. All right. My question of the day today is, who do you think the Lions should extend? Is it any one of these guys? None of these guys? 1 or 2? Put it down in the comments below the video. And now it's time for my favorite part of the show, the dessert with my man, Curt.
All right. So today, we're going to have a Father's Day Monday. I want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, stepdads, father figures. If you being that male figure in someone's life, definitely kudos to you. Myself, I was blessed to have 2 father figures, my own father, Curtis Williams Steele Sr., and my stepdad, John Zamora, who were influential in my life. They definitely taught me about being who I am, and taught me about being a good father, taught me how being a decent husband, and so they just taught me a lot. And not perfect, but I love my children a lot, and they did me a good solid yesterday, talking to them and spending time with them. So happy Father's Day to those individuals who are doing their best and stepping up and being dads. Anybody can father a child, but takes a real strong man to be someone's dad. So congratulations to everyone who celebrated Dad's Day yesterday, and I hope you were blessed enough to spend it and talk to the ones that you love. That's my dessert with Curt for today.
My final thoughts for today echo kind of Curt's thoughts. I want to shout out my dad, Jim Bordeaux Sr., as we both have the junior name here. So I want to shout out my dad, Jim Bordeaux Sr., and he's done a lot for me during my life. Still with me. I went to see him yesterday. And my daughters, Faith and Aaron Bordeaux, and my grandchildren, Paisley and Natalie. Love y'all, and that was my tribute to everybody in the family. Right now, we're going to have to tell you that we don't have a show coming out tomorrow. We will have one coming out Wednesday, and we do have one coming out Friday, but with the trickling of news and stuff like that, we're just going down to 3 days a week. I think it'll be better shows for you guys and a little less repetitive, let's hope anyway. But really appreciate each and every one of you. Gold members meeting will go on as scheduled on Wednesday, and Friday will be the Friday free-for-all. So what do you got, Coach Mike? Your final thoughts.
Yeah, so I got a triple that because I'm junior. So
no way. Really?
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
Happy Father's Day to my dad, Michael Jones Sr. Yeah, man, he definitely has been a pivotal part of my grown manhood. As he's actually called me and calmed me down a few times, man, where in my early a few years ago, man, I was ready to fly off the handle, man, because I'm an intense dude, man, and sometimes emotionally you get wrapped up, man, and you're like, oh no, it's going down. and Pops had to be like, look, man, you got to relax, man. You got to You know what I'm saying? Got to, talk to Jesus something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so shouts out to Michael Jones Sr., man. Yeah, happy Father's Day, man. Happy belated Father's Day, and to all those other fathers out there.
Yeah, definitely. My final thoughts for today's show is we're going to see Mike Disner will be doing his magic whenever they do extend players. And it's going to interesting to see who plays themselves into a contract and who does not, who plays themselves on the roster and who's going to be gone. So those are my thoughts. Of course, like I said, happy Father's Day. My kids, man, Curtis still the third, what I'm saying? My daughter Sharice, them grandbabies, Spencer and Avery. And, it's just a blessing to be, have kids and, babies are a wonderful thing, what I'm saying? And, I'm glad I get to spend time with my children when I can. So definitely. All right. So it is Monday. You're starting your week off right with us here, right here at where Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Let's go ahead and clean that desk up. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to get back to work. But first, if you haven't done so already, join the family. Subscribe to the channel. We don't have fans. We don't have viewers. We have family. And it's all love right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And hop over to fanatics.com. Hey, the new training camp gear is out. Go over to fanatics.com and grab you some. You can do it in the link below. A portion of the proceeds from that link go to help us grow the content right here on this channel as well. And you can go over to bellyupsports.com and check us out over there. And they got the coverage of the NBA playoffs. Man, it is exciting. Things are ramping up. The conference finals are on the horizon. And you can go over there and check out that coverage on bellyupsports.com. I'm telling you, you're going to like it over there. And, of course, man, it's Monday. Enjoy your day. Get back to work. Get to grinding. It was a long weekend, especially for those fellow employees that had Juneteenth off on Friday. So get back to work, baby. Get caught up. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to bounce up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, Mike and Jim, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.